Welcome back to Newshour. We'll hear about the COVID-19 vaccine rollout in Ghana next. Before that, though, a case that will prick up the ears of every woman who does housework in a marriage. A Chinese man has been ordered to compensate his wife for the housework she did during their marriage. The ruling by a court in Beijing is the first of its kind following the introduction of a new marriage law in China. Let's speak to Kerry Allen. She's the BBC's China media analyst. Kerry, let's start by getting you to tell us a little bit about the law and why it was introduced. Was it because there was a demand for a change in the law?
Well, this is what's known as China's Civil Code, and it was introduced at the beginning of the year. And it included a number of things, but very much said that now a spouse is entitled to seek compensation in a divorce if he or she bears more responsibilities in, say, child raising or caring for elderly relatives. So it's meant to be a kind of equal rights law that looks at when people go through divorce, discourages them from doing so by making sure that they get fair settlements.
So tell us about the ruling in this particular instance, because it's clearly pretty groundbreaking.
It is, yes. This woman whose surname is Wong, she has been successful in she requested financial compensation from her husband, of which she was able to do so under this new law. She said that her husband had not shouldered any housework or childcare responsibilities during their 5-year marriage, and she's won the case. She's received 50,000 yuan for 5 years of unpaid labour. That's roughly around $7,700 US.
And I imagine that this has created quite a lot of interest. How have people been reacting to it?
It's created a huge amount of interest. A lot of people saying that, yeah, this is unprecedented, and it might mean that more women do similar in China. They start to seek compensation themselves. But also a lot of people actually don't think that the amount of money is sufficient. I mean, it's expected anyway in China that when couples get married, a husband buys a house as a prerequisite to marriage. So 50,000 yuan is not a lot of money. It's roughly, for Beijing standards, it will be less than a year's annual salary, and she's going to be paid this in monthly installments around 2,000 yuan, which is way below the average wage. A lot of people are saying that you could hire a nanny for a lot cheaper, and they've said that this woman has, because she's been doing all this household work, she's been unable to seek work. So suddenly, yeah, having received this small amount of money, it's not going to cover her for a month's wages. So yeah, she's going to have to try and find a job at the same time, which is going to be very difficult after years of not working.
Indeed. What about other possible consequences? I mean, are people talking about the role of women inside marriage now?
Yeah, they are. There's been a lot of talk for a while in China about people increasingly not wanting to get married. And there are people who are saying that this is going to discourage people from doing so all the more.
Kerry Allen, thank you very much indeed. The BBC's China media analyst. We're grateful for your time. You're listening to the BBC World Service. This is NewsHour.